Sagittarius, do your angel numbers reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Hope September is treating you well. Okay, let's get in here and see what's going on with you, my friends. Best messages coming out. See what the divine is saying to you. How are they guiding you? You guys could be seeing these numbers, okay? Let's see. Messages. One 1011, or you can say 1011. It could be 1011 on the clock a lot. You could be seeing that, right? Saying, hey, it's always 1011. What's going on? Okay, or I do see a lot of, you know, maybe it's 1110, right? However it is. Or maybe it's just 111. However that is, but you could also be seeing this a lot like on license plate numbers. It could be, man, I was just at the store the other day and my receipt said 1011 or 1110. You can even see it backwards, right? Take action, hope, new beginning, fresh start, lifestyle, purpose, and spiritual awakening. This is a call to action to move forward. The sooner you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you set out to do. Those with patience will eventually reap the rewards of their perseverance. So it's telling you, well, it's time to take action, my friends. It's like you're on your way to doing what you need, but I need to see more action. So I'm pushing you to take more action. Why do you keep telling me this, right? Because that's what they're trying to tell you. That's what the 1011 means. Okay, time for action. Okay, let's look at another angel number over here. Beautiful, beautiful. Take that action for 1001. Wow, okay. So you got 1011 and 1001. Spiritual awakening. That's great because it says you're already having a spiritual awakening. New beginnings, personal development, prioritizing, creativity, and heading in the right direction. A new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. You're going through a spiritual awakening, which can feel like the dark night of the soul. You're on the path to enlightenment, and this too shall pass. The dark night of the soul is a big one. Spiritual awakening is one thing, but the dark night of the soul is huge. I'm almost done with mine, I think. I keep saying that, though. I think it's almost done, and then it's not. I've been on it for a year, and I keep saying, am I done now? It's almost like the more I say, am I done now, the more it's not going to be over. I'm learning, though. Dark night of the soul, awakening, is big. If it's just the spiritual awakening, it's still big. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, definitely two different kinds of awakenings. I will just tell you that. Dark side of the soul one is one I've never been on before. I've had plenty of little spiritual awakenings here and there, of course. But that dark night of the soul, this one's I don't know if I want to say it's like killer. It definitely is different. Anybody who's been on that, or if you know you're on that right now, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Boy, it can bring you down very low to look at yourself and what the overall meaning of things are in life. And then really spike things up. No spiritual awakening is like, don't listen. If you guys have been on one, it's not rainbows and unicorns. Everybody wants to make this like enlightenment, like, oh my God. No, then you're not in a spiritual enlightenment. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but that's not it. Could just be like maybe the tiniest awakening, right? Where you get the aha moments. That could just be your intuition literally just waking up to give you those aha moments. But literally these deep spiritual awakenings are not. I watch so many of these things and I'm like, you're so full of shit that you don't know what you're talking about. These things can be devastating. They're making you see everything you've done wrong in life, how you've hurt people. I was almost like, are you sure I didn't die? Because I thought we got a life overview when we died, right? This is a different kind of life. I can only imagine now what the life overview is going to look like when we die, right? It's like if this one is when I'm alive, I can only imagine how it's going to feel when I'm dead, when my soul looks at it, right? Okay. 1818 with the willpower, achievement, success, striving forward, prosperity, go-getters, courage, and love. Wow, significant events are on the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. You will. Because that's what the spiritual awakening is going to do anyways. So you could be seeing a lot of 1818. Because that's literally what it's doing. It's awakening you to not only the spiritual things that are going on within life and what life is pretty much really about, and who you are. Oh, yeah. It's like looking in the mirror and fighting with yourself. Like, really? The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming up. You're destined for greatness. And it's going to show you things that you may have never known that you possess within yourself. There's all kinds of reasons. Everybody goes on their own for all kinds of different reasons. You didn't make this happen. It's like you were chosen for it. Like your soul wants it. You don't just say, I'm going on the dark night of the soul thing now. No, you're not. Because your vessel's not prepared for that. Your soul is not prepared for that. You don't just do that. Spiritual awakening, you can do. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can put yourself there. So that's why I'm saying there could be two different things, right? I'm going to open up my intuition. I'm going to go on this spiritual journey of awakening, right? To get to enlightenment. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But when your vessel is prepared, you will do the dark night of the soul awakening. You don't have to do it. You can say no to anything. You know. But don't be scared of it because it really has an empowering piece right here. And it brings in lots of willpower. But it does bring you down a lot. And it definitely makes you want to hermit away from people. Even more so than spiritual awakening. That's why they call it the dark night of the soul. I mean, it literally digs deep into you. But it is very, very important that you hermit yourself away. And it's not easy. You know, I told my husband this is what's going on, you know, and there's a separation moment. And he's very good. He's like, okay, you still in hermit mode? Are you okay? He checks on you because you don't want to talk because you're getting downloads. You're silent. And for me, it's weird because, you know, I'm natural jibber jabber box. So my husband's like, okay, what's going on? I was like, I think this is what's going on. And then I like pulled cards and then like, I don't know, and like blah, blah, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, okay. Definitely not the same person I was. I mean, it made me quit smoking. It said no more smoking. No more high caffeine. I don't drink caffeine the way I did. I don't smoke anymore. I've been trying to quit smoking 15 years. How is this just going to come at me and tell me that now I can quit smoking? You see what I'm saying? So it's changing things, but it's like your vessel is ready for this. So physical activity, you're going to want a lot of physical activity. You might even be pushed to feeling, my friends, like you want more physical activity. Right? 67. It pushes you. Your manifesting is also very big because you're starting to understand things. So you might be understanding things. The reason of this one here over here, Sagittarius, is because here's the point. You're seeing these numbers. Look, guys, if this is not your reading, please go watch your rising moon or Venus, okay? Because in seriousness, you guys are going through, whoever this is for is going through some kind of spiritual awakening or the big giant, dark night of the soul. And Spirit is literally saying, I'm pushing you into this area to strengthen your courage. Because when you're on these things, sometimes we lack courage a little bit. So it's 1818. It's saying, get strong. I'm here with you. You are, and I want you to know right now, you're even more protected. I'm going to say it again. You are more protected on a spiritual awakening and journey of this type than you ever were before. You have to be more protected. You have to be, because it's going to boost your confidence. It has to boost your confidence, but the reason it is too is because it's also going to show a lot of negative shit that you did that could cause a type of depression, especially the dark night of the soul. Not so much the spiritual awakening, but the dark night of the soul for sure. So you're extra pushed, you're extra protected, because you're going to have a lot of downs, like I said, and then a lot of this strength will just be pushed into you. So they're saying push to that willpower, and the way to get to that willpower, that strength, that courage is through physical activity. Dance, sing, raise that vibration. Physical activity will change that around, because it's going to be a roller coaster. The reason I know that mine's almost over is because I've pretty much come out of the hidey hole. I'm more willing to want to interact on the outside, more than just feeling like I just need to sit, contemplate. But the reason you're doing that is because you're protecting your energy, because you're in a meditation mode. You're literally the hermit. You're in introspective mode, and you don't need anybody giving you, so you're going to be at work, but maybe you just feel like you're not as, it's not moodiness. I just don't feel like I really have anything to say to you. I'm more in touch with myself. I just don't feel like I'm in the mood to talk. And I don't really feel like I'm in the mood to really listen to everybody else's bullshit. You're not, because you're in an introspective place. Yes, hangman. Absolutely. Right? Because the hangman says what? The hangman says, because I am in a pause and surrender mode. Allow yourself for the enlightenment, overall meaning, whether it's a spiritual, whatever your spiritual awakening is, for the overall enlightenment, accept the deep insights, because this change is coming, but it's going to also change the way you're perceiving things. Okay? Looking at things from a higher thing, because this is when the spiritual awakening comes to ground itself, right? From the earth to the air. Wheel of Fortune, good luck. And this is going to bring in the Wheel of Fortune. This is a destined, fated thing that is happening to you that is very unpredictable, and it's going to change. It changes your karmic life cycles. It changes your good luck. It changes all kinds of things, and you are definitely going to feel like you're up, down, and all over the place. So Spirit says, this is where I'm taking you. You may feel like a lot of things that are going on around you are an illusion. I will tell you that. As your subconscious is opening with your conscious, you might even feel sometimes that it is definitely just an illusion. Because the subconscious is literally using, right, and your intuition. And there will be times too when they start opening together, as you're seeing the bigger picture and you're seeing these things, that you might have fears. It's going to bring up your fears. It's going to bring up your anxieties, right? You're going to have weird dreams. You're going to do a lot of astral travel in your dreams, because it is pushing you to understand from a spiritual standpoint. It's like how would I say that? Like, it's awakening the soul within you, like you can feel your soul, because it's a spiritual awakening. You could say, I knew I had a soul, but I didn't realize how much of a soul I had until I took this journey, and then I realized, wow, I really am a spiritual being in a vessel. It's not a joke, though. Call me crazy, but that's what it is. And I know there's going to be a lot of you who are like, I did the spiritual awakening and what you're talking about. I might be getting ready for the dark night thing because I am pulling myself away. I just did this one, I think, for Cancer not too long ago. They were doing this. I think it was a couple months ago. Feeling like the dreamer. This is, it's learning things, sensitivities. Not only is it your sensitivities, but your sensitivities are going to be open. And when I'm talking about sensitivities, like you may, right, see ghosts, see spirit. Your sensitivities are open for a reason. Your sixth sense will become more enlightened, become more heightened. Your intuition will become more heightened. Depending on what your sensitivities are, you might even become more empathic, feeling like, why am I feeling everybody's pain? Oh my God, I got to go back to my hidey hole. Not even a joke. Because you're becoming the new you. You're opening up to your sensitivities. Okay? You might even be having premonition dreams. Why am I seeing things? Why am I getting a lot of deja vu? Oh shit, because mine started like that. So you guys starting this, you might and that's on both. Even when I had the first spiritual awakening, back when I was like 28 or so, 29, it was a different kind of spiritual awakening. But it doesn't matter. I remember getting a lot of deja vu. It was like started with deja vu. And I was like, why in the hell am I getting so much deja vu? And if you know you're already psychic, you might even be doing it a little bit different. I think it's already being psychic. I think it might be a little bit different. Well, it's going to be different for everybody anyways. This is just the overall kind of protocol of a general idea, because everybody's going to be a little different. And I think if you're already super empathic, it's just going to heighten that. Because it does feel like, I don't know though. I just know that your sensitivities are going to be higher. I'm just thinking from a psychic point of view, I know that mine are a lot different. But I would say that if you're psychic, guys, you're going to have that overall heightened sensitivity. Life path, ambition, passion, and yes. Because it is. It's putting you on your life path. It's putting you there for a purpose and wants you to understand the purpose of your life path. That's the whole point. But from a spiritual understanding, meditation is going to be your best friend. Through this, and life purpose again, soul mission, soul plan, life purpose. Through this whole ordeal that I'm going through, I've learned to meditate better than I've ever learned to meditate in my life. So it definitely has its purposes in the way that things are doing. Keeping your temple clean, wanting you might feel like I want to eat more salad, drink more water, feeling like I want healthier foods. That's so normal as well. Like all of a sudden, I don't want donuts like I did before. Not saying I don't want donuts. Don't get me wrong. I love donuts. Don't get me wrong. I love donuts. But I'm just saying the way that I was eating donuts before, I could have turned into a donut. And I just don't want to eat donuts like that anymore. But I did love donuts. Don't get me wrong. I love donuts. Like I haven't had a donut for so long. But then it's funny because then I sit over here and I say that and then I do that, and like when my husband brings them to me, I like kind of walk by them like I don't want them. You know, or like I eat one and he's like, "You're really only gonna eat one?" Like, really? And I'm like, "Yeah." Because, I mean, I know the last time we brought donuts, I usually can eat like 3 or 4 of them, you know, because he gets those like intimate packs, you know, and they have like 6 or something in there. I can eat like 3 of them in one setting. But, yeah, I remember eating like 1, and then he was like, really? And then I didn't touch them, and they started getting hard, and then he was like, that's it, I'm eating them. Literally, I didn't want them. So weird. But if I think about it, I really want donuts. Choosing your path, all is possible. So if you guys are thinking like that, it could be a possibility as well. Right? You think you want something, and then when it comes down to it, it's like, no. All I really wanted was like hot tea and cold tea and water. You know what I mean? I didn't even really like crave anything. So it's saying all is possible, choosing your path. The time is now, answering the call. So you guys could be going through that kind of stuff as well. Because you're getting ready for a new horizon. You are. You're becoming the better version of yourself. You're becoming who you want to be. You are leaping and you're going to quantum leap is what's going to happen. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, and you will. Because no matter what, you're shifting. And anytime we're taking a spiritual awareness and awakening, you're shifting into this like new you. But it's a different kind of you. You're still you. It's just that all of a sudden maybe you, like I said, you don't want the sugar that you had before. Or you think you want it, and then when it's there, you might not want it the way you used to eat it. Because you're shifting into this new you. Like people even notice, like, wow, you're not, you know, my husband did. But you're still you, right? You're just a new version of you. And you're more spiritually aware of your surroundings. You understand. Yes, you're becoming the sage. Your mental is better. Your mental clarity is better. And you feel like you're more of a sage. Like I understand things better because you're becoming that king of swords. The understanding makes more sense. Life makes more sense. Even though we don't have everything that we need, it just makes more sense. Right? So you're getting this new passionate beginning of like, I understand things from different levels because why you are the ultimate growing. We grow and grow through our lessons learned, but this is like a big makeshift of growth and understanding of the 2 of Cups would be a beautiful example, my friends. Okay, or the 3 of Cups, right? To the 2 of Cups between my soul and myself, or the 3 of Cups. Also, the powerful 3 within myself, mind, body, soul coming together as 1 cup. Right? Because that's literally what it is. Having that better understanding. Okay, guys. I will get you 1 more card and we're all done. I hope that makes sense. I hope that I explain this as well as I can understand it myself. Because like I said, everybody's journey is a little different. I'm just, you know. Yes, and try to avoid harmful influence. Wow, we're just talking about that. See yourself as you would see a friend. Be objective about it because you are your only true best friend. And that's in a lot of the awakening as well. How good am I to myself? Be as good to yourself as you would be to a friend. Acquire gratitude for life itself. That's another part of awakening. Make gentleness a habit. And what else do we have, Spirit? Master the step you're on. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, guys? And that's for you. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.